An extra $795 each and every month from Social Security benefits? Well, according to the Social Security Administration, the average beneficiary is getting an extra $795 each and every month from what we're going to be talking about in this video. Let's get into it right away. But really quickly, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and I am here for you each and every day, bringing all the latest updates as they're being released, as well as talking through other very important information that you certainly need to know right now as things are changing very rapidly. So again, thank you so much for your support. Subscribe down below, and my commitment and dedication to each and every one of you and this community as a whole is to help you out every single day in any way that I can. All right, thank you so much. Subscribe down below, and let's get into this right away. All right, so I probably caught your attention at the beginning of this video because it certainly caught my attention as well when I started doing further research on this and realized the average beneficiary is getting an extra $795 each and every month as a result of what we're going to be talking about. So this is actually pretty cool stuff, and according to my further research, it looks like the vast majority of people don't even realize that this exists. Kind of weird, but seriously, we've got to know about this because, as I said, my commitment is to help you out in any way, and there probably are some of you out there that could be getting a higher monthly benefit, and you may not even recognize it. So we want to make sure that we're getting you all the money that we possibly can right now. All right, let's talk through this. It's kind of a confusing, intricate process right here. There's a lot of information on this. We've got to walk through this a little bit slowly, so let's get into this. All right. So did you know that there are spousal and divorce benefits for Social Security? Well, like I said, according to my research, because when I started looking into this further, I found that according to surveys and things like that, most people don't even know that these are a thing. So, wow, I mean, seriously, that's alarming right there, right? So we got to make sure that people are getting the maximum benefits. All right, so let's talk through this. Spousal and divorce benefits. If you are currently married or if you are divorced, you could potentially be getting these benefits. All right, let's talk through this a little bit. We have a couple different sections here we need to go through. All right, so if you are currently married and or divorced, it's basically the same thing, right? Either of these categories, it doesn't really matter. It's just basically if you're married or, if you're currently married or divorced, you could be getting these. All right, so let's talk through this a little bit further. So let's just say, for example, your spouse or your ex-spouse is drawing on Social Security benefits right now and getting $2,000 each and every month based on their work record. Did you know, as a result of spousal or divorce benefits, you could be getting 50% of that benefit, as in $1,000 each and every month based on their full retirement age benefit? Yeah, right? Okay, let's talk through this because this is actually kind of exciting, and I'm guessing some of you are probably thinking, wait, what? I could be getting more? I'm married. I could be getting more? Yeah, so hang on. There's more to talk about through this, so let's talk through it a little bit further. So yes, it is based on your spouse or your ex-spouse work record at their full retirement age. That's all very, very important. So, the example that I gave was the $2,000. Let's just say that your spouse or your ex-spouse is getting, like I said, $2,000 based on their work record at full retirement age. You could be entitled to 50% of that. That's the maximum you can get, is up to 50% of their full benefit based on their full retirement age. So in this case, in my example here, it would be $1,000 each and every month that you could be entitled to as a spouse or an ex-spouse. Pretty amazing, all right? So let's get into this a little bit further because there is more that you need to know about this. Now, let's just say that you are currently drawing on your own benefits based on your work record. If that's the case, let's just give another quick example to show how you could potentially be getting more benefits. Let's just say that you're currently drawing on your benefit right now from your work record, okay? You're getting, let's just say, for example, $800. Again, these are just examples I'm giving, okay? Let's just say that you're getting $800 each and every month based on your work record. However, you are married or you're divorced. Your spouse or your ex-spouse is getting $2,000 as their benefit based on their work record and their full retirement age. You could then start drawing on spousal or divorce benefits that would entitle you to $1,000, which would be 50% of the $2,000 that your spouse or ex-spouse is getting. Therefore, you could potentially be getting $200 extra per month based on the example that I'm giving you right here. Of course, it's going to be different for each and every person, but according to my example that I'm giving, 50% of the $2,000 from your spouse or your ex-spouse would be $1,000. And therefore, based on your work record and you're getting the $800, you could actually be bumped up to $1,000 based on drawing on this other benefit. If that makes sense, right? So I think that makes sense. I wanted to explain that a little bit more thoroughly and kind of a little bit there a couple times just because it's kind of confusing, right? So this is one thing that a lot of people don't even recognize is you could actually get a boost on your benefits if your spouse is actually getting more from their benefit. You could be getting 50% of that benefit, right, from spousal or divorce benefits. Now, here's a couple other things we need to know. Is first off, you cannot draw on both benefits, right? You can only get the higher of the two. Let me give you another example. Let's say that you're drawing on your benefit right now, okay? Let's just say it is $1,200 that you're getting each and every month. Again, this is just an example. You're getting $1,200. However, your spouse is getting $1,500. Well, 50% of your spouse's benefit would be $750. Okay, your benefit would be higher because it's $1,200 versus the $750, which is 50% of the $1,500 from your spouse, right? So you can't get both, and of course, you're only going to get the higher of the two. So in this case, you would still just want to draw on your own benefit because it's higher, right? The $1,200 versus the 50% of the $1,500, which is $750, right? So you would get the higher of the benefit, and no, you cannot get both of them, okay? So I hope that makes sense right there. But the higher of the benefits, whether it's yours or your spouse or your ex-spouse's benefit, you could be getting that, right? So as you can see, it's a confusing topic. You may want to actually, after we get done with this video here in just a minute or two, we're going to wrap this thing up. After we get done with this, you may want to go back and watch this again simply because you're probably going to learn more from it or hear something you may not have caught the first time through, right? And again, I would highly advise doing your own research on this as well if you think that you may be one of these people. All right, there's a few more things we need to recognize here. If you are divorced, here's the few things. Of course, there's always a catch, right? There's always a caveat. There's something you got to know about it. But if you are currently divorced, the marriage that you came from had to have lasted at least 10 years in order for you to be eligible for these divorce benefits. And if you're divorced less than 2 years, you need to wait at least 2 years to be divorced, okay? So that's something you got to know about as well. Of course, there's always a catch, but it could be way worse, right? But this is something that you certainly want to look into. Now, here's what else I would say. If you think that this is something that may apply to you, as in you're currently married and or you're divorced and you came out of a marriage that lasted at least 10 years and you're divorced at least 2 years or you're approaching the 2-year mark, this is something you may want to look into. Because if your spouse or your ex-spouse did work quite a bit and, paid a lot into Social Security and earned a lot of work credits, things like this over the course of working time, you may want to look into this because if your spouse or your ex-spouse is getting a nice, healthy Social Security benefit, you could be entitled to getting 50% of that, right? That could be a pretty good amount of money in some instances. Now, of course, you want to only focus on getting whatever is higher. Now, if you are already getting a nice benefit, maybe your spouse's benefit or your ex-spouse's benefit may not actually be higher because remember, you can only get up to 50% of their benefit. So their benefit would need to be, well, more than double what your benefit is just to make it even, right? So anyway, you might want to look into this, but I started doing a bunch of research on this. I've known about the benefits, but I didn't realize, according to the Social Security Administration, the average beneficiary is getting an extra $795 each and every month as a result of this. When I saw those numbers, I thought, whoa, I've got to share this with my community because I'm pretty sure there's people out there right now in this community right here probably watching this video that may not even recognize that this is a thing and you can be getting that benefit. So maybe for all these years, you could have been getting a higher benefit and you may not even know about it, right? Well, unfortunately, that's some of the things that happen out there. Is a lot of times if you're starting to draw on benefits and you just start getting the benefit, there's a rare chance that they're going to reach out and be like, hey, did you know you could be getting more money? That just doesn't happen. It's like the IRS, right? The IRS doesn't spontaneously send you a letter and be like, hey, you made a mistake on your tax return. You're entitled to $10,000 more. No, they don't do that, right? For the most part, they don't do that. You've got to account for yourself, right? So here's what I would say. Do some research on this. If you think that you are somebody who could be eligible for this, please look into it. Do some more research yourself. Read about it. Go onto the Social Security website. Do some reading there. Maybe look around online a little bit. Look at what your spouse or your ex-spouse is currently getting. Just do the math. 50% of that. That's what you could be entitled to. And if your benefit is less than that currently, just remember, you can maybe get a little boost based on drawing on these benefits. So lastly, I would say if you think that you are somebody who could be eligible for this, call the Social Security Administration, have a conversation with an agent, and they can look into all this, and they can probably advise you further from there. This video is not advice in any way, okay? I don't know your situation. Everybody's situation is different. That's why I'm saying I can't give you advice simply because I don't know. There's going to be thousands of people that watch this video and everybody's situation is different. So I can't give you advice personally based on this video simply because everybody's situation is different, if that makes sense, right? So what I would advise you to do is do some research on the Social Security Administration website, and if you think this applies to you, call the Social Security Administration, have a conversation with an agent, and they can probably work through all the details with you and either determine, yes, you can certainly get a better benefit, a higher benefit, or they can look and say, well, based on the information here, it looks like your best situation is where you're currently receiving benefits right now, if that makes sense, right? So again, check this out. Spousal and divorce benefits through Social Security. Hope this helps you out. Again, please hit that subscribe button right down below the video. As I say in all my videos, I am very much dedicated to helping you out and this community as a whole in any way that I possibly can. I do a lot of research on this stuff, and I just bring you the information that I find, and I want to help you out because there's more money on the table out there. I guarantee it, there's more money on the table for everybody. We've just got to find out how to get it and where it is that we can grab it from, right? So anyway, thank you again. I'm here for you. Leave your comments or questions down below. I'll do my best to answer them, or if I need to come back and make a dedicated video, I can also do that. Enjoy your day, subscribe down below, share this video with your friends, family, social media, because you never know who could possibly be getting a higher benefit as a result of this, and they may not even know about it, right? So again, thank you so much, enjoy, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video a little bit later.